Hey guys, Jeremy from howtohockey.com here. What I want to do in this video is help you guys sort through all the products that are out there on the market to help you improve your shooting and help you pick the best ones, the ones that you're going to use the most and the ones that will help you the most to improve your shooting. Now I know that there's a lot of different hockey training aids out there, a lot of different products. So in this one, I'm only recommending the ones that I think you'll use the most and pretty much the ones that are essential. You have to have it. If you're a hockey player, you got to have this at home and they're really going to help you improve your skills. So in the last video, I was talking about stick handling products. In this one, I'm talking about shooting products. Now I do recommend that you get these products in order. So if you haven't already watched the stick handling video, watch that one first, then come back to this one. And then we're going to check out some really awesome products that you have to get if you want to work on your shooting at home. Let's go. When it comes to working on your shot, you're going to have a few options for something to catch the pucks. So the most affordable option is just to get like an old tarp or something and string it up. The only thing there is you're going to have something to tie that tarp to. So if you don't, or if you want a better alternative, I prefer a hockey net. So I really like a hockey net just because it gives you that depth and it gives you a knack for finding the corners, going off the post and in, and it gives you a real target. So your training is going to be more like what you're going to see in a game, and I really like that idea. Also with a net, you can move it, so you can change the angle. You can do a lot more with a net versus a tarp. And the last one, which I would usually recommend for somebody who's inside, is to get the actual shooting tarps. So the really big tarps, they have a net painted on them with targets in them. And those are really good because it won't give you the deflection and ricochets off the post. So if you're shooting inside, it's going to save you a lot of damage to your house. When you're trying to decide on a net to buy, I do have a few tips for you. So the biggest recommendation is to get a net with thicker posts. You can see these ones are nice and thick, and that's going to withstand some of the damage from a puck. There are nets available, they're really thin posts, and they're really, really cheap. But if you hit them too many times with pucks, the entire post will bend in half and fall over on you. So you can see that with 60 miles per hour shot or harder, you will put some dents in these types of posts, but it's still nice and solid. All right, so this is still going to hold up. I've had this net for about 4 years, and you can see there's no real structural damage. There's a few dents and stuff like that, but still nice and solid. And the only thing I've done is given it a paint job because I leave it outside all the time. So this is called the Easy Goal. At its price point, I do recommend it for moderate use. The only option above this is pretty much a regulation net, and those cost you about $600, and they are so heavy to move. So I do like the Easy Goal, and you can pick one up. I have a link in the video description. Next thing you're going to want to get is a bucket full of pucks. The reason I recommend getting a lot of pucks is because you want to spend more time shooting them than you do going and get them each time. So I recommend start with at least 20, and then try to get more and more and more. All right, so we got you a nice smooth surface to practice your stick handling and shooting from. I got you a few stick handling toys, green biscuits, stick handling balls, big old bucket of pucks to shoot, and of course a net to shoot them on. So there's two more things that I recommend every hockey player should have. After you get your net, you should definitely get a backstop, and there's a few reasons why I recommend a backstop. The first one is it's going to give you more confidence in your shooting. If you're always shooting, trying to go bar down, shelf, go for the corners, and you miss a few times, the next time you shoot, you're going to be like, I don't really want to go and get that puck, especially if you keep losing them. So to give you more confidence, if you have a little bit of room to miss the net and not have to go get the puck each time. The other thing is it saves you a lot of time. So if you miss a few times, you got to go search for those pucks, and you keep on losing pucks and losing pucks, you're going to spend more time getting the pucks than you do shooting them. So I definitely like the idea of having a backstop. There is one that comes with this Easy Goal. It's an add-on, and it gives you a few feet all around the net. So I really like that idea. What I've actually done here is I've used a big fishing net. So this is my preferred feature because I can actually attach it to these trees. It gives me a really big area, so even if I go off the post, it's going to save those pucks. So I do have a link to where you can get one of these big nets, and if you are going to get the Easy Goal, you can just tack it on and get a backstop with it. So definitely do recommend that. Last piece of training equipment that I think that every hockey player should have is a radar gun. Now I've saved this one to last because it's not really a necessity, but I do feel that it will really help when you're working on your shot. And the reason for that is because it gives you instant feedback. So when you're trying to improve your shot, you might not personally notice a few mile per hour increase in your power, but the radar gun will tell you that's helping. So if you're trying to change something or improve your technique, you'll instantly know if what you're doing is increasing your power. So I really like that. Also, it's a really good motivator because if you've seen that you've increased your speed by 2 miles an hour and then the next day by a mile per hour, you're going to be able to keep on going back, and you're going to kind of get addicted to getting a harder and harder shot. So it's a really good motivator, and also gives you concrete evidence about what you're doing with your shot. So really like the radar gun. What I have here is two different options. So this one is from Hockey Shot. This is the most affordable option. It works better from in close. So if you're close to the net, it's going to give you good results. If you're further away, I find it picks up the speed of your stick. Second option, which is a little bit more expensive, but not too expensive, I think it's about $140, is the Speed Track. I find this one's a little bit more consistent than the Hockey Shot one. just that you can get those readings from further back and in close. So a little bit more money, still a good option. So either one of these radar guns will give you really good results for your shots. All right, guys, that's it for my recommendations for must-have hockey training equipment. One last thing is that buying all this stuff is not going to make you a better hockey player. Buying it and using it is going to make you a better hockey player. So that's it. You have to remember to maintain a really good training schedule. What I recommend is watching some videos that's going to help you improve your technique. I have a whole bunch on my YouTube channel, and come up with a routine that you can go through every day or every other day, and you can see yourself improving, and then once you've gotten really good, you modify that routine and keep on challenging yourself. Really good for stick handling. Come up with maybe a 20-minute stick handling routine that you do on an almost daily basis, and you'll really notice your hands improving. Work on things like quick hands, reaches, different moves, toe drags, backhand toe drags, and do it on a near daily basis. You're really going to see your improvements. Same thing with shooting. Come up with a good shooting routine and follow that, and you're going to notice some really good improvements on your skills. So thanks a lot for watching the videos. Don't forget, I do have links to all this stuff in the article, in the video description, and a coupon code for you. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.